What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the Water Juice channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Retro Miami Dolphins rebuild here on Madden 21 on the PC. That is right. We are back with another episode, and we are coming off of our second Super Bowl championship. That is right. In the last episode, well, not in the last episode, in the season, season finale, we won the Super Bowl in the 2012 playoff special. And then in the off-season, we did all the good stuff. We got everybody ready, and now we're ready to defend our Lombardi in this season, 2013 season. The draft is in here. The 2014 NFL draft is in. I'll show you guys that in a second. Hopefully this season goes a little bit better than our 2009 season went, when our first defense of the Super Bowl happened. I don't even think we made the playoffs that year. So I think this team is a lot better. But let's get into it and find out. So make sure you smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and let's get into the video. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in 2014, I should say, right? 2013? It's the 2013-2014 season, technically. So here we are. Let's show the college players. There is one man that I will guarantee will be on this team in the next season. And that man's name is Aaron Donald. I guarantee you that Aaron Donald will be on this team. No matter our draft pick, no matter the situation that we're in, our defense tackles are okay. We got Ndamukong Suh, and we've got Kyle Williams, who's a little bit older, and we've got, who else do we have? Akeem Hicks and Sheldon Richardson. But Aaron Donald will be on my team. I guarantee you that he will be on my team. Now, as for the rest of the draft class, it's very, very good draft class. You got Jadeveon Clowney, Greg Robinson, Blake Bortles. The quarterbacks, not so much. But Sammy Watkins, Khalil Mack, who is a good possibility of being on my team. Because we have 3 first-round picks. So depending on how the other 2 picks, because we know hopefully we're good, so our pick's bad. But hopefully those other 2 picks are good so that we can get 2 big-time players. And I'm thinking Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald, but I don't know. Jake Matthews, Mike Evans, Justin Gilbert, Anthony Barr, Eric Ebron, Taylor Lewan, OBJ, Aaron Donald, Kyle Fuller, Ryan Shazier. I'd also like to have Ryan Shazier on the team too. We do need a middle linebacker. That would be pretty good. Zach Martin, C.J. Mosley, Calvin Pryor, Jawan James, Brandon Cooks, Clinton Dix, Johnny Football, D. Ford, Darqueze Dennard. There's some good players in this draft class. Derek Carr, Teddy Two Gloves. The quarterbacks are all right. There's some decent quality NFL starters in this class, like Bridgewater, Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo. Other than that, not really. I mean, Blake Bortles is He's basically. Running backs, not the best running back class. I mean, you got guys like Jeremy Hill, who could have been real good, but I think he got an ACL tear or something like that. Carlos Hyde, Devontae Freeman, James White. There's a few down here. It's bad. It's a bad running back class, but I mean, there's some people in there. It's a good wide receiver class. Sammy Watkins, Mike Evans, Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Cooks, Kelvin Benjamin, Marquise Lee, Jordan Matthews, Devontae Adams, Allen Robinson, Jarvis Landry, Dante Moncrief, John Brown, Martavis Bryant, who could have been a real good player if he didn't have those off-the-field issues with the substance abuse. Alan Hearns. I mean, it's a good wide receiver class. There's obviously some options down here. Willie Snead. There's some options down here if we need to get a wide receiver, but I don't think we're going to need a wide receiver. I mean, maybe if we have an opportunity to take Odell Beckham Jr., obviously I'm going to take him. But I mean, if Devontae Adams is there, or Jarvis Landry, or even like a Dante Moncrief is there, I'll probably take them if I need to. As for tight end, we probably need to take a tight end because for some reason I didn't get Travis Kelce last season, and I'm totally fine with that, as you can probably tell. I'm totally okay with that, but it's a decent tight end class. There's better ones. Left tackle class is good. Very good left tackle class. This guy, if you did not know, plays for the Chiefs in real life, but he didn't play this season because of the pandemic. He chose to be in the hospital because he's an actual doctor. So this guy is a world-class human being. So maybe we'll just take him just because of that. Guard class is center class not good, but we don't need a center because we got Travis Frederick. Brian Stork. I remember the Patriots got Brian Stork, and I thought he was going to be like the next best center in the league, but he didn't. He's not. He's not the best center in the league. Zach Martin's good. Brandon Linder's good. Andrew Norwell's good. Anthony Steen's all right. Right tackle class, Joel Batonio, Cameron Fleming. The defensive line class has got basically Khalil Mack and D Ford on the left side. That's about it on this. Nobody really else is that important. On the right side, DeMarcus Lawrence, Stephon Tuitt. It's better on the right side. There's a few more options here. Cassius March, a few other options. D tackle Dominic Easley. Obviously, we talked about Aaron Donald already. Rashid Hageman, Tim Jernigan, Lewis Nix, Daquan Jones. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Bo Allen, Zach Kerr. Linebacker. I feel like this is one of the best linebacker classes, like overall, that is in is going to be in this save. Anthony Barr, Kyle Van Noy, Christian Kirksey, Telvin Smith, who was the thing for like 2 seasons, Ryan Shazier, C.J. Mosley, Preston Brown, Avery Williamson, and then you've got Marcus Smith, Trent Murphy, Kevin Pierre-Lewis, Prince Shembo, who could have been a thing. He was a thing in college. Shaq Barrett's down here undrafted. So there's some good options at linebacker. Justin Gilbert, Kyle Fuller, Darquise Dennard, Jason Verrett, Bradley Roby. It's a good corner class. There's some options down here, too. We got like a Malcolm Butler, who I think went undrafted in real life. Found his way onto the Patriots. Calvin Pryor, HaHa Clinton Dix, LaMarcus Joyner, Ed Reynolds. Some good safeties too, and then Dion Buchanan, who used to be a couple years ago in Madden. He used to be like the guy where you could change him to a linebacker, and his overall would jump up like 5 or 6 overall, and he'd be like super good because he's like really fast as a safety. Obviously, he was like a cheat code in Madden franchises for a couple years. I don't even know if he's in the league anymore. I haven't seen him for a couple years, but not a good strong safety class. I mean, Jimmy Ward's all right. Kickers, we don't need a kicker because we've got Justin Tucker. So that is the 2014 draft class. It's looking very, very saucy. Very, very saucy. As you can see, we are 1-1 on the season. Not what I was expecting for this season. I thought we'd start out 2-0. We have an 88 overall team, 89 offense, 87 defense. Our roster is looking pretty good. Calvin Johnson, Jahari Evans, Eric Weddle, and Ndamukong Suh, who's still got time to grow. He's only 26. Von Miller's only 24. Cam's only 24. Devin McCourty's 26. We got a nice young core. I mean, Jahari Evans is getting a little bit old. We might have to look to move him maybe. I mean, we still got a couple good seasons with him, obviously, so we don't need to move him now. But there's an option to move him, that's for sure. Donald Penn we could also move. There's some good players on this team. Max Unger I may move because we've got Travis Frederick as the backup, but I think I'm gonna go this season with Max Unger, and then if we can't come through with a contract extension, then I'm probably gonna have to move on from him. I don't want to move on from him just yet because I don't really want to have a 72 overall center starting for me, especially when we're trying to make it back to the playoffs. But it may have to happen. I don't know if we can come with a contract extension or not. But I think that's everything that I needed to recap for you guys. We don't need to talk about stats or anything because it's only been 2 games. So I'll simulate and I'll bring you guys back when something interesting happens, but it'll probably be the end of the season so we can play that final game like we usually do, and then we'll simulate. Hopefully we're in the playoffs by then. All right, I bring you guys back in because we are week 17 of the regular season. As you can see, we are 9-6. Not the greatest season, as the defending Super Bowl champions, but I mean, what can you expect with Madden simulations? That's just how you have it. We are not locked into the playoffs by any means, but we are currently the 3 seed in the playoffs. Now, we have the ability to possibly jump up to maybe even the 1 seed. Now, I'm not saying that's very likely. It is a three-way tie right now, but if all 3 of these teams lose, if we get lucky enough where all 3 of these teams lose, I haven't checked the schedule. I don't know if any of these teams are playing each other yet. But if, assuming they're playing different teams, if all 3 of these teams lose and we beat the team that we're playing, which I think is the Arizona Cardinals, if we beat them, then we're 10-6. These guys are 10-6. Maybe we jump up. I doubt it. I don't think we would, but it would be pretty awesome if we did. As for the playoff picture, we are currently playing the 6-seeded Broncos right now. The Bengals are the 1 seed. You saw that. The Niners over on the NFC side are the 1 seed there. We need to win this game against the Cardinals. It's a very big game. I have not re-signed Donald Penn and Max Unger because if you have noticed over in the top right of the screen, it says we have negative money in the bank. And that is not very good. Now, what do I want to do? Finances. No, not finances. Salaries. What am I doing? There we go. The right thing. Now, I know we don't have any cap space, but Madden has this weird thing where if you end a season with like a super crazy amount of negative money, then the next season after that you can't continue. It just crashes your franchise. So we might have to be trading some people so that we can possibly get that money down. Now, I was thinking that we trade Donald Penn and Max Unger, mainly because we have Travis Frederick and we have David Bakhtiari. Now, they are both very young and only in the 70s as their overall, so that is not very, very ideal at all. It's not what you want to see, and it's not really what I want to do, especially when we're trying to make a playoff run here, and I don't know how the simulations are going to go. Actually, you know what? If we make the playoffs, there won't be any simulations, so maybe we could get a W even if I trade those guys. I think I'm going to hold out the season, depending on how the playoffs unfold and how far we go. If we win the Super Bowl again, then before we simulate to the offseason, I'll trade those guys. Or if we get knocked out, I'm probably going to trade those 2 guys at the end of the season, no matter where it ends. So that's probably what I'm thinking about doing. But we got to play the 8-7 Cardinals. Hopefully we go 10-6 and secure a playoff spot. I mean, if we win, we obviously guarantee ourselves a playoff spot. But maybe we get the 1 seed and a bye. That would be nice because we've never had the 1 seed in this series. So let's go play the Cardinals and find out what happens. All right, we start here in the second quarter, down 17-7, but we are at the 8-yard line, trying to hunt a touchdown, and Cam Newton's just going to easy take it in. Superman. Easy. All right, 2-minute warning, or 2-minute drill, I should say. The 2-minute warning's already gone. Down by 3. We got to try and get some points here. Quick throw to Antonio Brown. I had to pay Antonio Brown almost $100 million, which I know I probably overspent, and that's probably where all of our budget went to. But, I mean, I didn't want to lose him because he does stuff like this, where he could almost get to the end zone. He does stuff like that. Plus, we got to keep that receiving core intact for a championship run. And so I had to pay him the money he wouldn't accept. I couldn't let him walk to free agency. So, ow, that's going to hurt. I got to call a timeout here. The final timeout of the half. Not really what I wanted to do. We are paying a lot of our wide receivers a ton of money. This is not what I wanted to do. Got to throw that away. Our wide receiver position is probably our most expensive position. But you would expect that with the kind of talent that we have here. I got to get that away again. Man, I just choked that, didn't I? I really just choked that. We got to kick this field goal and hopefully tie this game up before half. Justin Tucker sends it through, and we're tied. All right, in the red zone for the first drive of the third quarter for us. Our defense did good to stop the Cardinals on their first drive. We need to take some points here. We need to walk away with some points. I'm going to run it with Cam. Hopefully I can get a nice block. Nice cut block. Jamal Charles with a chop block, taking out the knees of the defender, letting Cam get up to the 4. That's good. Maybe illegal, but that's good. I'll take it any day of the week as long as we don't get a flag for it. And now Jamal Charles fights his way into the end zone. He did cross the line. We take the lead. Hopefully, we can keep it. 3rd down and 1. A little over a minute to go in the third quarter. We're up by 3. And Jamal Charles secures the first down. Let's go. All right, we got a 4th down and 6 for our defense here. And for some reason, their offensive line, their right guard is invisible, which really threw me off there for a second. I don't know why they glitched another right guard invisible. This game, man, Madden is broken. All right, so we did win the game, which is huge. Cam Newton, 21 of 29, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He did good on the ground, too. He had 2 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown. Jamal Charles, 31 carries, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was Jamal Charles' show for sure, man. That's crazy. 6 catches for 88 yards and a touchdown for Calvin Johnson as well. I can't get over those 31 attempts for Jamal Charles. James Laurinaitis led with 8 tackles. We had 3 sacks altogether, and Ndamukong Suh, Tamba Ali, and Sheldon Richardson. We had 2 picks, Eric Weddle and James Laurinaitis. Did either of them go for a touchdown? I don't think so. They did not. Justin Tucker went 4 out of 5 on extra points and 1 of 2 on field goals. So, big win. Big win. We won 37-20. We're 10 and 6. Hopefully, the other team's lost, and for some reason we jump into the first seed in the playoffs. That'd be crazy. I don't think it's going to happen, but let's go find out. All right, so I assume that they would win, and the Bengals won, the Egyptians won, and I don't know about I don't think the Raiders won. They must have lost, but we stay as the actually it was the Jags. I don't remember who it was, but we stay as the 3rd seed, so we're in the playoffs. We got to run the gauntlet once again. We got to go wild card, divisional, championship, and then Super Bowl if we want to defend this championship. So that'll be for the next episode. Also in the next, actually, depending on how long the episode goes, will be the off season. If we win the Super Bowl, then it'll be its own thing, and then the off season will be in the next video. You guys know how it is. But we do have to play the Broncos. We're 9 and 7, but that's going to be in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button. Hit that notification bell, hit the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. There's some big things coming in this series. Some major changes probably with the roster, but you guys are going to have to stay and find out. I hope you guys do enjoy. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!